Chaotically Nerdy is made by nerds for nerds. This podcast is made by adults for adults and children with bad parents. Adult language will be used and adult situations may arise. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chaotically Nerdy. As always, we have me, your host, one of your hosts, Tyler. We have my co-host to my left, which is...
Jarrett.
He had to look around to think, is that my left? And then we also have my co-host to my right, which is...
Ethan.
Yay. Now you hear everybody's voices. You'll possibly know who we are. Probably not.
Or not.
Test.
Fair enough. So on today's episode, we are going to talk about bards. We all three have played bards at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan is currently playing a bard, correct?
Yes.
Rex
yes,
is-
I am.
Rex
Rex
is
is
a
a bard.
Okay. Mine was a kitty person.
It was a Whispers Bard.
What?
Whispers Bard.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. That's what it was. But I said kitty person because it was a tabaxi.
Captain
Yeah.
Scratch.
Captain Scratch.
Captain Scratch.
I love it because you guys hated it so much. And what was yours, Jared?
Rick was a bard, a lore bard.
I don't remember Rick, but...
It was the one where we were all children of...
Yeah.
Remember the one where I killed you?
Yeah.
Or threatened to kill you?
Yeah, that was a lot. The one where...
That was a bard.
It was a bard and a cleric.
I would have thought he would be the bard because he's the one who was having relations with everybody. Well, no, that was just your brother.
We were all brothers.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the campaign. We were all
No,
brothers.
yeah, we were all related.
Oh, that's... I mean, I was running this campaign. I should remember
You
that.
should remember.
And that was...
I totally
I
remember
believe that was
Yeah.
Patrick.
That is correct. You were right. It
Yeah.
was the fat one.
Okay, so let's get our shit together and stop being so chaotic with our chaotically nerdy. And we'll go ahead and talk about the bard. It's me. Yay. So, as previously talked about, but you guys probably haven't heard it yet because we're recording these in weird orders, we are not going to read off the table anymore. You can find it on Wiki. You can find it on D&D Beyond. Anywhere you look, if you just look up Bard table, it will show you the table of all the stuff they get from level 1 through 20. Bards are usually your musical people. They usually have, or they have an instrument. There's no usually, but they don't have to be restricted to that. Mm-hmm. They can be poets. They don't need music. They can just talk. They can literally just shit talk. By the way Ethan looks right now, I think that's what Rex does. Is he just
Absolutely.
okay?
Yeah.
Never sang a musical note in his life.
That's probably a good thing because most people don't want to hear him.
Might have.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Probably in the shower.
Yeah.
Your class features, your hit points. You get 1d8 per bard level. You get proficiency in light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords. You get 3 musical instruments of your choice as your tools. And your saving throws are Dex and Charisma. And for skills, you can choose any 3, which can be it is beneficial. I don't know why I'm saying can be. There's no limit to which ones you get. It's just pick 3 of them. For your equipment, you get either a rapier, longsword, or any simple weapon, a diplomat's pack or an entertainer's pack, a lute or any other musical instrument, leather armor, and a dagger. And then bards have spellcasting. Again, we're going to talk about spellcasting at a later episode. We'll just cover all of the spellcasting and break down how each of them work.
It is at once both more complicated than you think and less complicated than you think.
Yes. It's not any spellcaster is not fun to do as a starting class.
It can be complicated.
Yeah.
It can be confusing. So we're going to cover it because it's going to be complicated.
Yeah, that's why we're going to do it separate because each class has their own way to do it. You also get bardic inspiration, so you can inspire others through stirring words or music. To do so, use a bonus action on your turn and choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet of you who can hear you, and that creature gains 1 bardic inspiration die, which is a d6. As long as it's within the next 10 minutes, that creature can roll and add that number to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Basically, any roll they would make besides damage. Correct?
Yes.
For the basic ability, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, and you regain them after a long rest. It changes when you reach certain levels, so as you level up, you get more. It becomes a D8 at 5th level, a D10 at 10th level, and D12 at 15th level. I believe we used to do that wrong.
Because we would be like, you can give all your inspiration
At one time.
which was broken.
Yeah, because we would just hand them all out at the start of a fight, and
We also did have like 7 people at the table, so
It made more sense.
it was just like you get to do more shit. So.
and it wasn't as... It was broken, but not super broken. Jack of all trades is what you get at 2nd level. You can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. So anything you're not proficient in, like as far as if you're not proficient in athletics or acrobatics or whichever one, those are the first two that come to mind because they're the first two alphabetically.
Sure, but not the most important.
No, not the most important, but you can add half your...
No, do you know what the most important one is that you can do this with? That you can't actually be proficient in? Initiative. That's an ability check.
So you get to add...
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I did that wrong my entire life.
Never stated anywhere, but that's how it works.
Interesting. I did that wrong the entire time I played a bard. Also at 2nd level, you get Song of Rest. You can use soothing music or oration. I'm hoping I said that right.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
To help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of these creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points. And that changes as you level up as well. It becomes 1d8 at 9th, 1d10 at 13th, and 1d12 at 17th, which is just if you use a hit die, if one of your party uses a hit dice, they get the bonus.
Yep.
Is basically how that works, and it's great.
Get a little bit extra.
At 3rd level, you pick a Bard College, which we'll talk about here in a minute. You also get expertise, so choose 2 of your skill proficiencies. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of the chosen proficiencies. And then, of course, you get your ability score improvements at 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, and 19th. When you reach 5th level, you get Font of Inspiration. And you regain all of your expended uses of Bardic Inspiration when you finish a short or long rest. So that just gives it at short rest instead of long rest.
It's nice.
That's really useful.
Yeah.
At 6th level, you get Counter Charm. You gain the ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. They have to be able to hear you to gain this benefit. It ends early if you're incapacitated or silenced, or if you voluntarily end it.
Easily the worst ability the bards have.
Yeah, because there's a lot of races that get advantage to that
Also,
already.
the ability just sucks because you have to do it preemptively. You can't. It doesn't like negate an already charmed effect. You have to do it before you're charmed.
And it takes an action.
And it takes an action. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Bonus action would make that much better.
And you have to use your action to do it, which is the biggest problem.
Or just let it, uncharm people when you do it. That makes it
That would help
infinitely better.
Yep. All right, now we're going to split it up, and somebody else is going to read the rest of this. Ethan.
That's good, because there's only 2 more things.
There's
All right.
There's like 4, 5.
It's all magical secrets.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
fair enough.
All right. At 10th level, you get magical secrets. You have plundered magical knowledge from a wide spectrum of disciplines, and you choose 2 spells from any class, including this one. A spell you choose must be of a level you can cast, as shown in the bard table, or a cantrip. So basically, you just get to choose 2. I think. The chosen spells count as bard spells for you and are included in the number of spells known in the bard table. You get 2 additional spells at 14th and 18th levels.
And you get more expertise at 10th level.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice.
2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're so skillful.
It's just excellent because they count as bard spells. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas normally you can't unless you multi-class. And then superior inspiration you get at 20th level. When you roll initiative and have no uses of bardic inspiration left, you regain 1 use.
I take back what I said earlier. This might be the worst.
This is the worst one. It's a terrible capstone.
This is why you'll never see a level 20 bard. They'll almost always dip out at level 18 or after level 18 and get a 2-level dip into something else, whether it's sorcerer or paladin or
paladin.
Fighter.
Paladin or fighter is an excellent option for this.
Cleric.
It really depends on what college you've chosen. Yeah.
So, speaking of colleges, I'm not glad that I went to one, but
that's why I dropped out.
Oof.
Is that why? Is that why, Jarrett?
Yeah.
Okay.
I partially blame myself. There's a lot of times that he'd show up in the morning and I'd be like, let's just not go today.
I blame it on the
And we wouldn't.
alcohol.
I don't blame it on that. So, Jarrett, why don't you take us into College of Creation?
Bards believe the cosmos is a work of art. The creation of the first dragons and gods. That creative work included harmonies that continue to resound through the existence today, a power known as the Song of Creation. These are your artistes, more like your sculptors or your guild artisan type bards, where they're making stuff and they make it pretty.
Make it look pretty.
Yeah. So at 3rd level, you have Mote of Potential. Whenever you give a creature a bardic inspiration die, you can utter a note from the Song of Creation to create a tiny mote of potential, which orbits within 5 feet of that creature. The mote is intangible and invulnerable and lasts until the bardic inspiration die is lost. The mote looks like a musical note, a star, a flower, or another symbol of art or life that you choose. When the creature uses the bardic inspiration die, the mote provides an additional effect based on whether the die benefits an ability check, an attack roll, a saving throw, or a saving throw, as detailed below. Ability check. When the creature rolls the bardic inspiration die to add it to an ability check, the creature can roll the bardic inspiration die again and choose which roll to use as the mote pops and emits colorful, harmless sparks for a moment.
That's good.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Yeah. It's like, I rolled a 1 and a 6. Obviously, I'm going to take the 6.
Attack roll. Immediately after the creature rolls the bardic inspiration die to add it to an attack roll against the target, the mote thunderously shatters. The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell DC, or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die. So it's just a little boop.
Yeah, a little extra damage.
It's a power chord.
A power.
Literally.
I mean, yeah.
Saving throw. Immediately after the creature rolls the bardic inspiration die and adds to the saving throw, the mote vanishes with the sound of soft music, causing the creature to gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. Kind of useful.
Yeah.
Useful.
All 3 of those are useful. In terms of ranking them, the ability check's the best. I think the saving throw's second, and I think the attack's the least.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do it. It will never do enough damage.
At most, it's going to do a D12 of thunder damage.
Yeah. And even then, you would still have to roll a 12 to really feel like, hey, that was worth it.
I mean, it is a small area of effect.
It is attacking somebody with music.
Have you not watched the Stranger Things trailer? With Eddie standing on top of the fucking trailer, just jamming out. He's attacking Vecna with music.
Die, Vecna, die.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's
You
trying.
let me have this.
Performance of creation. As an action, you can channel the magic of Song of Creation to create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The item must appear on a surface or in a liquid that can support it. The GP value of the item can't be more than 20 times your bard level, and the item must be medium or smaller. The item glimmers softly, and a creature can faintly hear music when touching it. The created item disappears after a number of hours equal to your proficiency bonus. For example, you can see them in your equipment chapter of the Player's Handbook. Once you create an item, use it with this feature. You can't do so again until you finish a long rest or unless you expend a 2nd level or higher spell slot. You can only have one item created by this feature at a time. If you use this action and already have a created item, the first one immediately vanishes. The size of this item you can create with this feature increases by 1 size when you reach 6th level to large, and 14th level it increases to huge.
Me making a pin that plays Rick Astley is never going to give you up.
But
Just trying to get people to sign contracts.
Damn.
But it is it has a GP thing. So if you find something that's completely worthless and you can make a huge thing, you can make a boat.
Yeah, that's true.
Made out of what's worthless? Poop.
Dirt. I feel like dirt's the better version of that.
Probably.
I don't really want to stand on a shit boat.
Like ivy, it's not expensive.
Leaves.
Leaves, yeah. Well, depends on the leaves.
Leaf boat.
Just a boat of poison ivy. Everybody standing on it going, God, I itch.
Animating performance. As an action, you can animate one large or smaller non-magical item within 30 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The animate item uses the dancing item stat block, which uses your proficiency bonus. The item is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. It lives for 1 hour or until it reduces 0 hit points or until you die. In combat, the item shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. That action can be one in its stat block or some other action. If you are incapacitated, the item can take any action of its choice, not just the dodge action.
Dodge.
When you use your Bardic Inspiration feature, you can command the item as part of the same bonus action used for Bardic Inspiration. Once you animate an item with this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, or unless you spend a spell slot of 3rd level or higher. You can only have one item animated by this feature at a time. If you use this action and already have one item animated, the first one immediately becomes inanimate.
Makes sense.
Then it gives the dancing item stat block. Larger, smaller construct. Armor class of 16. Hit points 10 plus 5 times your Bard level. Has a 30-foot walking speed and 30-foot fly speed. It's immune to poison and psychic damage. It's immune to the charmed, exhaustion, poison, and frightened conditions. It has a dark vision of 60 feet. It understands the languages you speak. Its proficiency bonus equals your proficiency bonus. It has the ability Immutable Form. This item is immune to any effect or spell that would alter its form. Irrepressible Dance. When any creature starts its turn within 10 feet of this item, the item can increase or decrease its walking speed of that creature by 10 feet until the start or to the end of the turn, provided the item isn't incapacitated. Action, it has Force Empowered Slam. It has a 5-foot reach. Its attack modifier is your spell attack modifier. It has 1d10 plus proficiency bonus and force damage. Creative Crescendo. When you use your performance of creation feature, you can create more than one item at once. The number of items equals your charisma modifier. If you create an item that would exceed that number, you choose which of the previously created items disappears. Only one of these items can be of the maximum size you can create. The rest must be small or tiny. You are no longer limited by GP value when creating items with performance of creation.
Woo! You got through it. I'm proud of you.
I only stumbled over my words every other line.
That pet is actually really good. Like Beastmaster Ranger, like
Go fuck yourself.
Suck it. This is really good.
I was gonna make that joke.
I've never actually looked this closely at this thing because I was like, creation, whatever. No, this is actually really cool.
Yeah, you would love this because your favorite spell in all of D&D is animate objects,
right? And I can take that with this.
Yeah. You can do this way lower.
Yeah.
Right. This is really cool.
Be great.
Re-rolling Rex.
I don't care.
His cousin Mex.
And then whenever we find another one, you're gonna say, "All right, here comes Tex."
There's not a lot of difference between Tex and Max.
No. All right, we're gonna see who's gonna take us into College of Eloquence. I believe it. I don't think any of us should read it. None of us are very eloquent.
Definitely not me.
It's me.
Good.
I know big words, no speak good.
He's like, I know what they mean. I just can't fucking say them.
I can't pronounce them.
Okay. So adherents of the College of Eloquence master the art of oratory. Persuasion is regarded as a high art, and a well-reasoned, well-spoken argument often proves more persuasive than facts. I feel like that's the logic behind our campaigns. We just say shit and then convince people it's true. At 3rd level, you get Silver Tongue. You're a master at saying the right thing at the right time. When you make a Charisma Persuasion or a Charisma Deception check, you can treat a D20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, because it means you cannot crit fail. That's the biggest bonus to that.
It's literally the 11th level feature of Rogue, but only for 2 skills, but they're really good.
Yeah. Also at 3rd level, you get unsettling words. You can spin words laced with magic that unsettle a creature and cause it to doubt itself, just like my parents. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and choose 1 creature you can see within 60 feet of you. Roll the bardic inspiration die. The creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn.
Wow. I was trying to wait till you're done, but wow.
That was my line.
Oh my goodness.
I was getting choked up trying to read it because I could see you like laughing and staring at me. And it really struggled to get through.
You okay over there? Like, I'm talking like emotionally.
Oh, no, I haven't been emotionally okay for, how old am I? 29, 26 years.
Okay. Just making sure.
At 6th level, you get unfailing inspiration. I'm crying a little bit, so I can't even see. It's from laughing, though.
Sure.
I really almost said unfalling, but it's unfailing inspiration. Your inspiring words are so persuasive that others feel driven to succeed. When a creature adds 1 of your bardic inspiration dice to its ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and the roll fails, the creature can keep the bardic inspiration die. Holy fuck, is that good?
It's so good.
Because then you feel like it doesn't matter. You would use it so much more. I remember playing and us being like, I don't want to use it. Like,
Because it's not going to get me there.
like we'd be like,
Probably.
hey,
I need a high roll to
like,
get me.
I got a 12. Will a 13 get it? Like, will a 13 make it? Because if I roll this and I get a 1, I want to make sure it'll work.
But an 18 will. And
Right.
You're like, shit.
Yeah. Also at 6th level, you get universal speech. You have gained the ability to make your speech intelligible to any creature. As an action, choose 1 or more creatures within 60 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, with a minimum of 1 creature. The chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, for 1 hour. Once you use it, you can't use it again until a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot to use it again.
Poor idiots hear me, understand my voice.
Basically. And then at 14th level, you get infectious.
It's not so easy.
Nope.
Fuck you.
You get infectious inspiration. When you successfully inspire someone, the power of your eloquence can now spread to someone else. When a creature within 60 feet of you adds 1 of your bardic inspiration dice to its ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and the roll succeeds, you can use your reaction to encourage a different creature other than yourself that can hear you within 60 feet of you, giving it a bardic inspiration die without expending any of your bardic inspiration uses. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That essentially just gives you, like,
Double.
Yeah, double. I think at 14th level you'd be, well, depends on your charisma modifier how many you can give out. So roughly,
Usually
Well,
5.
if they don't succeed, they get to keep it anyway.
Yeah, they get to keep
exactly.
it.
So
yeah, it's really just
if you-
adding on.
Yeah, you just save that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you get 10 bardic inspiration die essentially if you're
Oh,
plus
short
5.
rest.
Yeah.
So it's the inspirational
Well,
bard.
you get it once, and then long rest. Then you gotta get. You gonna do it.
To get the extra ones.
Yeah, you get the extra 5 or charisma modifier per long rest.
Yeah.
It's like that guy on Yes Man
Yeah.
is given the like.
So this is really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like for a social campaign. This would fucking destroy.
It'd be nice.
It'd be good. Let's see if it's between Ethan and Jarrett, since everybody has read at least once now. We're back around to the start.
Yeah.
It's Ethan. Take us into College of Glamour.
Glamour. All right. College of Glamour is the home of bards who've mastered their craft in the vibrant realm of the Feywild. So it's a Fey or fairy themed bard. So the first thing you get is when you take the this college at 3rd level is Mantle of Inspiration. You gain the ability to weave a song of Fey magic that imbues your allies with vigor and speed. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 of your bardic inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance. When you do so, choose a number of creatures you can see and who can see you within 60 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier. Each of them gains 5 temporary hit points. When a creature gains these temporary hit points, you can immediately use its it can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. At third level, you also gain enthralling performance. If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watched and listened to all of it, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell DC or be charmed by you. While charmed in this way, the target idolizes you. Basically casting Charmed Person. It speaks glowingly of you to anyone who speaks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes you, avoiding violence unless it is already inclined to fight on your behalf. This effect ends on the target after 1 hour, or if it takes any damage, or if you attack it, or if it witnesses you attacking or damaging any of its allies. If the target succeeds on its saving throw, the target has no hint that you tried to charm it. You regain the ability of this ability on a short or a long rest. At 6th level, you gain Mantle of Majesty. You gain the ability. I was holding my breath. I don't know why I was doing that. Wow.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. At 6th level, you gain Mantle of Majesty and gain the ability to cloak yourself in Fey magic that makes others want to serve you. As a bonus action, you cast Command without expending a spell slot, and you take on the appearance of unearthly beauty for 1 minute or until your concentration ends, as if you were concentrating on a spell. During this time, you can cast Command as a bonus action on each of your turns without expending the spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against the command, so it goes along with the previous ability. You cast this. Wait, what? What?
Reading comprehension.
We're bad at it, apparently.
Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short rest. At 14th level, you gain Unbreakable Majesty.
Wait, did you say short rest?
Did I say short rest?
You said short rest.
Oh, it is long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure it didn't have, because I know you're using Wiki, right?
Yeah.
So I was making sure it didn't have something that wasn't in D&D Beyond.
No, it says long rest. I said the wrong thing
Gotcha.
because I'm smart.
At least the words that we fucked up on were big words,
Yeah, not short and long.
like infectus.
All right. Unbreakable Majesty at 14th level. Your appearance permanently gains an otherworldly aspect that makes you look more lovely and fierce.
I don't think you can be both.
Yeah, you can. Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
It's you got the wrong emphasis here.
Emphasis.
You got to do the little like fierce. Yeah,
Okay, sure.
that. In addition, no, it's not like that at all. It's like kind of primal.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, scary.
Have you never been turned on and scared at the same time?
Wanda.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, yeah, me too. In addition, as a bonus action, you can assume a magically majestic appearance for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated. For the duration, whenever any creature tries to attack you for the first time on a turn, the attacker must make a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, it can't attack you on this turn, and it must choose a new target for its attack, or the attack is wasted. On a successful save, it can attack you on this turn, but it has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against your spells on your next turn. Once you assume this magical presence, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest.
Good.
Yeah.
This class is not.
It's very mid.
It's okay. It could function.
It's probably not the worst. Probably not the best.
Just a lot of stuff's like immune to like charmed.
Yeah.
and
a lot.
stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like.
But imagine, it could be a lot of fun. Like, say you're playing a really fat Goliath, and now you're beautiful.
You saying fat's not beautiful?
No.
No. Just Goliaths aren't.
Fair enough. All right.
Sorry, I'm racist against Goliaths.
It's the dwarf thing.
Yeah, they're tall.
All right, Jarrett. Take us into College of Lore.
Oh yes.
What?
Bards of what?
You ain't gotta say it like that.
Oh yes.
That's even worse.
It was worse.
It's really bad.
It's getting cut out.
Bards of the College of Lore know something about most things, collecting bits of knowledge from sources as diverse as scholarly tomes and peasant tales.
We're doing good today. All of us have been like, wow.
Jeez.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this episode of Chaotically Nerdy. We'll come back whenever we can fucking read.
Never. Whether singing folk ballads in taverns or elaborate compositions in royal courts, these bards use their gifts to hold audiences spellbound. Ugh, boy. Bonus proficiencies. When you join the College of Lore at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with 3 skills of your choice. That's right, folks. You would have 6 skills at level 3.
Not to mention...
And expertise.
Well, you have expertise, and on top of that, you can...
Your background.
Your background.
And your race.
And
your
your
race.
race. Yeah.
You can have...
9?
Yeah, a lot. I think if you chose half-elf, you get 2 skills, don't you?
Yes.
And feats.
And if any feats give you that.
Also at 3rd level, cutting words. You learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse, or otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration, rolling on a Bardic Inspiration die, and subtracting the number rolled from the creature's roll. You can choose to use this feature after the creature makes its roll, but before the DM determines whether the attack roll ability check succeeds or fails, or before the creature deals its damage. The creature is immune if it can't hear you, or it's immune if it's immune to being charmed. This is, this saves characters.
This is essentially what we are.
Yes.
This is what we do to each other. It's just
Yeah.
bullshit and put each other down. Use our words to cut each other. I'm looking at you, Ethan, for a reason.
I've never done that to anybody.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Additional magical secrets. At 6th level, you learn 2 spells of your choice from any class. A spell you choose must be from a level you can cast, as shown on the bard table, or a cantrip. The chosen spells count as bard spells for you, but don't count against the number of bard spells you know. This is what makes lore the best bard class, because you just get to
get
steal
even more
any
spells.
Yes, you can just steal any 2 spells before any other bard class can. Peerless skill. At starting at 14th level, when you make an ability check, you can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration die. A roll of Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to your ability check. You can use, or you can choose to do so after you roll the die for an ability check, but the DM tells you, but before the DM tells you whether or not you succeed or fail the check.
So basically, you give yourself Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, but here's why it's really important. You can use this on a counter spell.
Interesting.
Yes. So it makes, you take some of this, a little bit of Abjuration Wizard, you have the best counter speller in the game.
Yep. All right, so back to the top. It is Ethan. Take us into College of Spirits.
College of Spirits.
I meant to ask, what is Rex?
Rex is a Valor Bard.
Okay.
Yeah. The second best. No, it's not. Creation's second best. All right. So this College of Spirits is Bards of the College of Spirits seek tales that give them inherent power from the legends of histories and or fictions. Using occult trappings, these bards conjure spiritual embodiments of powerful forces to change the world once more. At 3rd level, you gain Guiding Whispers. You can reach out to spirits to guide you and others. You learn the Guidance Cantrip, which doesn't count against the number of bard cantrips you know. For you, it is a range of 60 feet when you cast it. Spiritual Focus, 3rd level as well. You employ tools that aid you in channeling spirits, be they historical figures or fictional archetypes. You can use the following subjects as, I think there's a list here. So it's as spell focuses for this, it's candles, crystal balls, skulls, similar things like that. Starting at 6th level, whenever you cast a bard spell that deals damage or restores hit points through the spiritual focus, roll a d6 and you gain a bonus to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell equal to the number rolled.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because you just turn that's your spell focus now. You just add a d6 to everything.
That's fantastic. All right. And then at 3rd level as well, because it wasn't enough already.
Nope.
Tales from Beyond. You reach out to spirits who tell the tales through you. While you are holding your spiritual focus, you can use a bonus action to expend one of your bardic inspiration and roll on the spirit tables using your bardic inspiration die to determine the tale the spirits direct you to tell. You retain the tale in mind until you bestow the tale's effect or you finish a short or long rest. You can use an action to choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you to be the target of the tale's effect. Once you do so, you can bestow the tale's effect again. You can't bestow the tale's effect again until you roll it again. You can retain only one of these tales in mind at a time, and rolling on the spirit tales table immediately ends the effect of the previous table. There are quite a few of those.
Yeah, I don't know how you always end up with the table ones, but you do.
And holy tails, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of these. You want to just take turns?
Yeah, let's just bounce around.
All right, so I'll tell the first one.
We'll go in a circle.
Yeah, so the first one is...
All these squares make a circle.
Tale of the Clever Animal. Yeah, it sounds really cool and interesting. For the next 10 minutes, whenever the target makes an intelligence or wisdom or charisma check, the target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra die's number to the check. The extra die is the same type as your bardic inspiration die.
It's just a more that sounds like just a more specific.
Yeah, you basically get a free bardic inspiration on a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma check.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 2, Tale of the Renowned Duelist. You make a melee spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. That's pretty nice.
Ooh.
Tale of the Beloved Friends. The target and another creature of its choice it can see within 5 feet of it gain temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration dice plus your charisma modifier.
It's not bad.
Tale of the Runaway. The target can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. Whenever the target teleports, it can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it up to your charisma modifier to immediately use the same reaction. Wow. That's
Better Misty Step.
Yeah.
Tale of the Avenger. For 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die.
Tale of the Traveler. The target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die plus your bard level. While it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed increases by 10 feet, and it gains a +1 bonus to its AC.
I lost my page.
Oh, god damn it.
Which one am I on?
You're...
Tale of the Beguiler.
Yeah.
Tale of the Beguiler.
Glad you got
missed
that
a
one.
step here. Okay. Tale of the Beguiler. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die, and the target is incapacitated until the end of its next turn.
That's really nice.
That is pretty cool.
Number 8 is Tale of the Phantom. The target becomes invisible until the end of its next turn, or until it hits a creature with an attack. If the target hits a creature with an attack during this invisibility, the creature it hits takes necrotic damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die and is frightened of the target until the end of the frightened creature's next turn, which is very good.
Tale of the Brute. Each creature of the target's choice it can see within 30 feet of it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes thunder damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and is knocked prone. A creature that succeeds on the saving throw takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone.
Oh, hot damn.
That's fucking good.
Is it me or this shit escalating quickly?
It is. Tale of the Dragon. This one ought to be good, hopefully. The target spews fire from its mouth in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity and saving throw, taking fire damage equal to 4 rolls of your bardic inspiration die on a failed save, or half as much on damage on a successful one. Holy crap.
Yeah, that does. Number 11 is Tale of the Angel. The target regains hit points equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. And you end 1 condition from the following list affecting the target. Blinded. Fucking words, man. Blinded, deafened. I was putting the 2 together, I noticed. Paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Tale of the Mindbender. You evoke an incomprehensible fable from an otherworldly being. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take psychic damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and be stunned until the end of its next turn.
All of the last
all of
6
those.
were great,
Yeah.
but they were all good.
They were all really good. All right, and then at 6th level, because there's more. Spirit Session. Spirits provide you with supernatural insights. You can conduct an hour-long ritual channeling spirits using your spiritual focus, which can be done during a short or long rest. You can conduct the ritual with a number of willing creatures equal to proficiency bonus, including yourself. At the end of the ritual, you temporarily learn one spell of your choice from any class. The spell you choose must be of a level equal to your number of creatures that conducted the ritual or less. The spell must be of a level you can cast and must be in a school of divination or necromancy. The chosen spell counts as a bard spell for you, but doesn't count against the number of bard spells you know. Once you perform that ritual, you can't do so again until you start a long rest.
That's really good as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, it sucks that you're limited to just those 2 classes, but it's really good to get a free spell.
I think it... Let me look. Is Raise Dead necromancy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some good spells you can choose there.
Yeah.
Some divination spells are really useful too. So.
Scrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. At 14th level, you get Mystical Connection. You now have the ability to nudge the spirits, just a little nudge, of tales from beyond towards certain tales. Whenever you roll on a spirit table, you can roll the die twice and choose which of the 2 effects to bestow. If you roll the same number on both dice, you can ignore the number and choose any effect on the table.
Holy fuck.
Yahtzee!
Dragon every time.
Yeah. That's what you're hoping for.
Right.
All right. Jarrett, you already went on this go around, right? Or did we restart? Mm-hmm. We restarted entirely?
Wait, yeah, I did lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did lore. So
you're on
your swords.
Oh, I'm swords. Okay. Barge. God.
We haven't been drinking. I promise you, we haven't been drinking.
I'd be happier if you said we were.
It gets worse the longer we go.
It does. The stupidity just builds up. Bards of the College of the Swords are called blades, and they entertain through daring feats of weapon prowess. So they perform stunts such as sword swallowing, knife throwing, juggling, and mock combat. You can only imagine what's going on in the background after I said sword swallowing.
All I did was look up.
I didn't just do that.
So bonus proficiencies. When you join the College of Swords at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with medium armor and the scimitar. If you are proficient with a simple or martial melee weapon, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. At 3rd level, you also get fighting style. You adopt a style of fighting as your specialty. Choose one of the following options. You can take a fighting style option more than once, even if something in the game lets you choose again. I believe these are all the same that fighters get, correct?
Mm-hmm. These 2.
It's only 2.
My brain seen the rest of the shit at 3rd level and assumed it was all of them. So you can take dueling. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls. Or 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Also at 3rd level, because again, we don't get enough at 3rd level for bards, you get Blade Flourish. You learn to perform impressive displays of martial prowess and speed. Whenever you take the attack action on your turn, your walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn. And if a weapon attack that you make as part of the action hits a creature, you can use one of the following Blade Flourish options of your choice. You can only use one Blade Flourish option per turn. I'm doing the same thing Ethan was doing. I'm holding my breath, and I don't know why. Defensive Flourish. You can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll on the Bardic Inspiration die. You can also add the number rolled to your AC until the start of your next turn. Slashing Flourish, you can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit and to any other creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you. The damage equals the number you roll on your Bardic Inspiration die. Mobile Flourish, you can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll in your Bardic Inspiration die. You can also push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus a number of feet equal to the number you roll on that die. You can then immediately use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target. At 6th level, you get extra attack. You can attack twice whenever you take the attack action instead of once. At 14th level, you get Master's Flourish, and whenever you use a Blade Flourish option, you can roll a d6 and use it instead of expending a Bardic Inspiration die.
This one seems really good. It's really complicated and kind of lackluster whenever you do start using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how we ran into it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Now we're back up to the beginning, correct? And there's only 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
Jarrett.
Hey, at least there's a short one. College of Valor. Bards of the College of Valor are daring skalds whose tales keep alive the memory of great heroes of the past and thereby inspire a new generation of heroes. These bards gather in mead halls around great bonfires to sing deeds of the mighty of both past and present. Starting at 3rd level. Bonus proficiencies. When you join the College of Valor, you gain proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. Combat Inspiration. Also at 3rd level, you learn to inspire others in battle. A creature that has a Bardic Inspiration die from you can roll the die and add the number rolled to a weapon damage roll it just made. Alternatively, when a weapon or an attack roll is made against a creature, it can use its reaction to roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against that attack, after seeing the roll but before knowing whether it hits or misses. Extra attack. Starting at 6th level, you can take the attack action twice instead of once whenever you cast this attack or whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Battle Magic. At 14th level, you have mastered the art of weaving spellcasting and weapon use into a single harmonious act. When you use your attack action or when you use your action to cast a bard spell, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action.
This is really nice.
It's very simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah. And that simple makes things nice sometimes.
Mm-hmm. This is why I picked it for one, but...
Oh, man. Of course. Have to fucking be me. Now I don't get to breathe for 10 minutes.
Get fucking wrecked.
This is the College of Whispers. Most folk are happy to welcome a bard into their midst. Bards of the College of Whispers use this to their advantage. They appear to be like other bards, sharing news, singing songs, and telling tales to the audiences they gather. In truth, the College of Whispers teaches its students that they are wolves among sheep. These bards use their knowledge and magic to uncover secrets and to turn them against others through extortion and threats. At 3rd level, you get Psychic Blades. You gain the ability to make your weapon attacks magically toxic to a creature's mind. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage to that target. You can do so only once per round on your turn. The psychic damage increases when you reach certain levels, 3d6 at 5th, 5d6 at 10th, and 8d6 at 15th. Also at 3rd level, you get Words of Terror. If you speak to a humanoid alone for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to seed paranoia in its mind. At the end of the conversation, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC, or be frightened of you or another creature of your choice. The target is frightened in this way for 1 hour until it is attacked or damaged, or until it witnesses its allies being attacked or damaged. If the target succeeds on its saving throw, the target has no hint that you tried to frighten it. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. At 6th level, you get Mantle of Whispers. You gain the ability to adopt a humanoid's persona. When a humanoid dies within 30 feet of you, you can magically capture its shadow using your reaction. You retain this shadow until you use it or you finish a long rest. You can use the shadow as an action. When you do so, it vanishes, magically transforming into a disguise that appears on you. You now look like the dead person, but healthy and alive. This disguise lasts for 1 hour or until you end it as a bonus action. I feel like it's very important to note that you no longer look like a dead person, because that would be really shitty. While you're in disguise, you gain access to all information that the humanoid would freely share with a casual acquaintance. Such information includes general details on its background and personal life, but doesn't include secrets. The information is enough that you can pass yourself off as the person by drawing on its memories. Another creature can see through this disguise by succeeding on a Wisdom Insight check contested by your charisma deception check, you gain a +5 bonus to that check. Once you capture a shadow, you can't capture another one until you finish a long or short rest. At 14th level, you gain Shadow Lore. You gain the ability to weave dark magic into your words and tap into a creature's deepest fears. As an action, you magically whisper a phrase that only one creature of your choice within 30 feet of you can hear. The target must make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. It automatically succeeds if it doesn't share a language with you or if it can't hear you. On a successful saving throw, your whisper sounds like unintelligible mumbling and has no effect. On a failed saving throw, the target is charmed by you for the next 8 hours or until your allies attack it, damage it, or force it to make a saving throw. It interprets the whispers as a description of its most mortifying secret. You gain no knowledge of this secret, but the target is convinced that you know it. The charmed creature obeys your commands for fear that you will reveal its secret. It won't risk its life for you or fight for you unless it was already inclined to do so. It grants you favors and gifts it would offer to a close friend. When the effect ends, the creature has no understanding of why it held you in such fear, and once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. And that wraps up Bard. Interesting enough.
It's nice, but it's a little complicated.
It's complicated. They're very situational.
Yeah.
It seems like there's times where it would have been better to have other things instead of the Bard, and there's been times where
there's better ways.
There's never been a time where I'm like, man, I wish we had a Bard here. But there's never been a time that I'm like, man, I hate that this Bard is here.
Yeah. There's no problem with a Bard, generally speaking.
But there's just better options out there.
There's better options. And, of course, within these, like, it depends. If you want something simple for a Bard that's going to be mostly a caster, you want to go with lore.
Yep.
Generally speaking. If you want something that's going to be, like, kind of, like, closer to that traditional Bard that's a jack of all trades, that's not going to be too complicated, Valor is a perfect option. If you want something that's a little bit more complicated out of all of these, Creation is going to function better, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to feel better. If you want something that's going to work well in those role-play situations, Eloquence is just so good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The rest of these are good. There's nothing wrong with them. But the other ones stand out as being better.
Yeah. And it's not that we would change anything about them. It's just that we would pick the other ones over them.
Yeah.
Because they have better options.
Yeah.
So now on to the question that we end every episode with. As long as we're doing classes, we're pretty well going to use Dungeon Loot Armory's page, and we're going to decide what class or what person we would take. For Bard, we have Tyrion from Game of Thrones. We have Yaskir from The Witcher. We have Dorian, and we have Scanlan. Both are from Critical Role. Dorian was Robbie's just recent character in season 3, correct?
Also a Valor Bard.
Mm-hmm. So now we get to roll this dice to find out who we want. Jarrett, who would you take?
There's absolutely no fucking question here. You take Scanlan motherfucking Shorthalt.
Okay. And then I guess we'll roll again. It's you, Ethan.
It's Scanlan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fun. He's a little dude, and I believe he's bisexual. So
yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fuck any hole he can get on.
So I have a chance.
I'll give you one word: Scanbo.
Scanbo. And I also would choose Scanlan. Having not watched a lot of Critical Role, but seeing the TV show, it was enough for me to be like, I'm choosing Scanlan.
The one from The Witcher.
Yasker's also very good. I love it.
It's close. It's close.
I want to pick, like, part of me wants to pick Dorian because I recently watched it was a YouTube thing where it had Dorian and whatever Travis's character was.
Chetney?
Yes, that was old as fuck. And I love the interactions between them. I don't know shit about what Dorian did.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dorian. It's okay, Chetney. Just calm down. Fuck you. I think I like Chetney more than I do Dorian.
Chetney's a fucking great.
Like I
amazing.
associate the two because of that video. And so that will wrap everything up for today's episode on Bards. If you want to talk to us, get more updates about what we're doing, all that fun stuff. You can find more information at anchor.fm/chaotically nerdy. There is a link to our Discord. Join us, talk to us. You can see that Jarrett doesn't talk to anybody. I will give him shit every time
I am the watcher.
because I hate it. It's so easy to just respond.
It's really easy, Jarrett.
Just don't.
He just refuses to. But that wraps up today's episode. We thank you for joining us, and we hope you join us and listen to another one. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.